So there still is this group of people that I never understood. And with Elon abandoning the politics of this group, like he's like removing himself and oh, we're moving out of California to Texas. The group of people I never understood was the Silicon Valley millionaires, billionaires, the successful Silicon Valley people, not the fraudsters and the and the corpo bros and the fintech. I mean, people who actually built real companies or had real companies, like the gentleman I have on the picture down below. Um, and it's my generation too. It's men roughly my age, a little bit older. They make all this money, all these silicon geniuses back in the 90s, even to, all the way up to today. They worked hard, they slaved away. And I never understood, why you socialists? Why do you vote Democrat? Why do you vote socialist? I didn't vote socialist. If you look at if you permit me to speak my profession, did you look at government spending to GDP? I never understood that. Especially Jeff Bezos, incredibly hardworking, incredibly successful man. His company actually makes a profit. So does Google. I know. He even donated, I think it was $100 million to poverty in Seattle one time, and they bitched and whined because they said it wasn't enough. But man, year after year, oh, did they love Barack Obama? Oh my God. They love that. And he is a goddamn socialist. If you don't believe me, look it up. Go look it up. And forget socialists. Like, why would you vote to raise your own damn taxes? Not only on you as an individual, but the company you're trying to run. And why would you headquarter in California? What is this? What is this? This is bothering me. I'm gonna throw this over here so it doesn't bother me anymore. It confused me. And the best I could figure is it does kind of parallel Elon Musk. Elon Musk was a big Obama supporter. And I think, especially virginless nerds, if you'll permit me, except Gavin Newsom, I'll get to him later. I think it's just Gen X. You guys, the millennials weren't the only dumb generation. Did you know baby boomers are doing pot and saying free shit and love, man? And Gen X had that too. We weren't as pronounced or as colorful as the hippies, but do you remember grunge? Remember people sucking on pacifiers? That was Gen X. And just like all you other young kids out there, or maybe old people now, we were told by our teachers and college professors and the movies and the television and the media that to be a Democrat was the good and moral thing. That was the right answer. There's good in it. Optimus Prime is the Democrats, and Megatron, he's the Republicans, and Republicans are bad. I studied and looked at data first before I formed opinions. I'm the boring guy. But I really believe, like Jon Stewart, I think they all had the Jon Stewart syndrome. Hey, it's the cool thing to be the Democrat, right, guys? That's my religion. I'm a hey gang. Hello, fellow teenagers. You did the popular thing. And maybe there was some noble intention when these guys were younger. Like, yeah, I want to help out people. I guess that's every Democrat, more or less, maybe. But I'm kind of watching like how bad California got, how impossible it became to conduct business there. And that's just the laws of conducting business and tax rates. That says nothing about your adult Democrat street shitters. The San Francisco street shitters. It's the AAA baseball team. The San Francisco street shitters versus the Wichita cornhusking people, whatever I don't know what the name is. Appleton, Wisconsin is the Rattlers. I know that for some reason. I must have seen it when they were playing the St. Paul Saints back in the day. Regardless, I'm like, okay, how hot does the frying pan have to get before you Democrats, big multi-billionaire dollar Democrats, how long does it take you to realize that they're not your friends? You can't do business in Seattle or Portland or California. You probably shouldn't set up shop in Chicago or Minneapolis or New York. And to this day, right? We go back 2 elections ago. Right, especially Google, you guys were very much against Trump. You had a private company was having meetings about how to prevent this man from getting elected, right? And to this day, I'm kind of like, what? He might lower your taxes? What's going to be the drawback here? But let me plant another little thing in your mind because I think with Elon abandoning or what's where the Soviets left. Imagine that people were leaving Soviet communist utopias. They were depatriating. They were whatever. They were leaving. They were escaping the union. When Elon Musk left the left, he left it. As did Trump, by the way. I think he started to see it, right? I'm screaming in the back, like, you fucking idiot. How long did it take you to figure out California wasn't a place you should have set up a business? How long did it take you to figure out the Democrats weren't your fucking friends? But then again, I studied economics. Save you guys a couple billion in taxes, maybe? He's not one of the cool kids like our 90s teachers told us. But especially when Trump got elected the second time around, then everyone, now maybe that's just politics, but now everyone's starting to donate money to Trump. And I'm wondering, did you guys see something that scared you? Did you rich billionaires and the powerful people in corporate America, rich Democrats, right? The people who legitimately made their mind, did you see something that scared you? Did you see what the Democrat Party's really about? Were the policies so onerous and painful you decided to move up out of California? And I'm so sick and tired of being right. I'm so sick and tired of being right decades ahead of my time. Hey, gang, did you know there's such a thing called worthless degrees? Oh, I don't know. Go get my 2011 book, which was written in 2010. And I guess tremendously successful and intelligent people I find very interesting because they can be so amazing and accomplished and awesome in one way. And then when it comes to basic politics or girls, or I know actually a couple celebrities got issues with girls, which that's a different thing. But like, wow, you're this amazing person. I know you. I see you on the TV before it was the internet, like the actual TV when it meant something. And then you're like, wait, what? You donated to the social? What? You don't understand how this is going to work? So let me explain this to all you rich Democrats out there, right? And that includes Gavin Newsom. If you keep going down, I'm not saying Trump is a salvation or anything like that, but if you keep going down the path that the Democrats were taking us, where it's okay, let's be very blunt, it's okay to hate white males, okay? Everyone's a victim. No, everybody's entitled to free shit. We should have everything bailed out, right? And the way we're going to pay it is by taking everybody's money. That's called communism. I don't think you realize how close we are to it. Now, economically speaking, we're quite far away. But mentally and culturally speaking, the people that are running the Democrat Party now, I mean, you got Bernie Sanders, but at least he's honest. I'll grant you that. Bernie Sanders is honest about his position. It's just going to take one election that goes all the way for the Democrats, as Gavin Newsom, I'm sure, can attest to. And you're going to have maybe not a full-blown totalitarian communist state, but you are going to have a socialist state. And what I don't think you rich Democrat people realize yet, no matter how much you want to stick it to the man, and finally it's our time, you do know your Frankenstein monsters, the ones you're creating, they are going to take all of your shit. You do, all you Democrat, like the Bidens, or there's this guy called Dean Phillips. Look up this worthless piece of shit, trust fund baby, Nepo baby, never worked a day in his life. Dean Phillips, right? Dean, you know they're going to take your shit. He's, Dean, where did you get your money? I'm sorry, where did your dad and your grandfather work up the money to give to you? Where did they get their money they gave you? I know it's alcohol. I patrolled the building that your forefathers, not you, donated their money, not yours, to the Phillips Wagenstein. Phillips vodka. Phillips, that's the brand that you guys all know Dean indirectly that way. You know that if you guys get this ideal, no matter how well intended your origins may have been, that if you get that, they're going to take everything from you. They're going to take your fucking company. They're going to take your private property. And if you don't give it to them, you know what they're going to do? They're going to fucking kill you, because that's what communists do. Steal from the rich and give to the poor, though that was Robin Hood stealing from the government and giving to the working class. It's different. But yeah, you got that? Well, you're going to give it up to the state. And if you don't, we're going to kill you. But there's no scenario. If you keep going down this route, and that's why I put Pete Buttigieg up there, who I think is he served in the military. I would think he's more of a moderate Democrat. I don't follow him. Don't say he's not a moderate. He's a radical. Okay, fine. He served in the military. I think he's more of a real man than most of the others. But guess what? He's rich. 17 million net worth, if you believe. Admittedly, those sites say I'm worth $2 million. I'll sell all my assets right now for $2 million. But I throw him in there because he's probably well intended. You know, he did serve his country. I don't think he's this radical. You know, here's what happened. Tim will also shoot y'all. Once he gets it, he will shoot you all. There's your ideologue. I don't think he's wealthy. Well, beforehand. But Pete, you and Gavin, I threw you two politicians, two Democrats. Gavin, you got a lot of mommy and daddy's money, don't you? Right? You're not going to keep any of that. Go talk to Jeff, because I think you all got each other's number. I got to imagine they do. You would imagine they do, don't you? I guess, Governor Newsom would have Jeff Bezos' phone number. I got to imagine. Go talk to Jeff. Say, hey, remember that? What happened when you donated the $100 million? Yeah, Jeff, tell him what happened when you donated the $100 million to the poors. Oh, it wasn't enough. And you guys are going to enable a massive group of people that you've also educated and indoctrinated to think that they're all victims and they're entitled to free shit and everybody else is their enemy. And then especially the rich people. And guess what? That means you guys. And I'm wondering, did you guys see shit happening? Like, I forget his name, Sundar. Is that his first name? The CEO of Google. Now, I don't have proof he's a registered Democrat. I'm just going to say, based on Google's behavior in the past, he might be changing. But he came in on the switch right where it was peak woke and activists within your company. Did you start seeing something, Sundar? Did you see some of your employees be activists and ruin shit? Did you see all these videos a day in the life of a Facebook marketing exec? Oh my God, I'm having a biscotti, baby. Did you start seeing something that scared you a little bit? I'm not saying he ended up becoming a Republican. I know, didn't Google donate some money to Trump? Apple did. Oh, by the way, what's his name? Whoever's in charge of Apple. Yeah, they're gonna kill you and take your money too. They're gonna go after your family too, because they got money. They're really not gonna give a shit who you are. They really just want the money. And you keep donating to the party that's gonna grease the skids over into that world. You keep donating money to these schools that brainwash kids into thinking, I'm oppressed and I need free shit. If I don't get it, I have the right to destroy buildings. How many of y'all donated money to BLM? Huh? Did a penny of that make it to any poor black people, by the way? Did that help out one single black person, or did it just go to a bunch of scammers? I'm wondering. So that's my message to all rich Democrats. If you keep going this way, your little Frankenstein monsters you created, they are not going to let you keep your money. You will not be rich. Ironically, that will include Gavin Newsom. Now, he'll try to be one of the apparatchiks, the people at the top of the Soviet Union, until the guy who's better than you at murdering, like Stalin, comes and says, nah, I'm not going to toil in the fields. You're going to toil in the fields, Gavin. And that winery you got, Gavin, do you actually think if the communists and the socialists get in charge, you're going to keep your winery, your vineyard, vineyard, to Sundar? You think your Google stock options are going to be worth anything? And didn't in Australia they just try to do unrealized capital gains? That they did do unrealized capital gains. What's that? How's that good? I don't know if they're going to kill you first or take all your money or maybe both at the same time. You keep going down this path, this is what's going to happen. And yeah, I'm going to bet you guys started to see something. You started to see the abyss like, wait a second. Huh. They're destroying buildings downtown San Francisco. I wonder, hey, wait a minute now. Oh, even Gavin realized you had to like send in the police and make it not legal to steal shit. You think I'm being facetious. You literally had it where people could go and steal up to, what was it, Gavin? $900 a piece down in San Francisco. Although that was probably a city rule in defense of the state. And they finally stopped that. Huh. So there is a limit. You do realize this is a dark path. You do realize bad shit is going to happen to rich people, including Democrats, if you guys keep voting for this shit. Hey, it's real fun to be popular. It's real fun to help the poors, even though you've yet to do that after $40 trillion in welfare spending since 1965, depending on how you want to adjust for inflation. Hey, it's really the right thing to say on the marketing department was so for the Democrats until they steal your shit and kill you because you voted in a party that has no brakes, no morality, no code to say, whoa, hang on, we really can have a socialist thing. I think you're all like Barack Obama. I think you guys are so inculcated in whatever environment. His environment was academic work of professional work avoider, a pampered little trust fund baby bitch. Now, a lot of you guys actually worked for a living. I'm just saying that was his echo chamber. And he actually believed his shit. He doesn't believe that there's any consequences. Just make everything free. Blame it on those people over there. You didn't build. Hey, all you people that, hey, Jeff, you didn't build that. Your teachers did, and other socialists and communists who lied to you the entire time did. You didn't build that, Jeff. And what are corporate tax rates right now? Isn't it something like 30-odd%, state and federal? Right? I wonder. And if you want to pay back the debt or continue the welfare state, it ain't going to be poor people, middle income people who can afford it. Not now. Not with inflation. You guys are going to pay for it. You said, but wait, I already pay like 50%. You keep voting Democrat. I don't know what you're going to have. Yeah. I mean, I'm no economist. But mark my words. You keep tossing money to an unchecked Democrat Party, which at one time was the party of the working people and labor and unions. I ain't it no more. Psychopathic trust fund baby nut jobs who is in charge of that now. You keep tossing money to an unchecked Democrat Party, boom, you're going to have some very bad rules and laws. And then, I don't know, maybe you want to have voter registration and ID laws. Because these guys, go look it up in Minnesota, they want to get rid of voter ID. Well, Minnesota has no voter ID, and now they're going to give illegal aliens driver's licenses. Right, Gavin? All of a sudden, these people they're just voting for free shit. And if they get enough people, they're going to have some really bad laws. And it may not be your generation, but it might be your kids, where all of a sudden, there's a critical mass. And you know what? 57% GDP going to state, federal, and local taxes just wasn't enough. We needed 78%. And then there was like food shortages. And that's when we need to get the military in there and confiscate all your guys' wealth. And then they didn't give it up. They didn't give up their fancy house. Well, then we had to kill them because they were breaking the law. Because we, 51% of socialist parasites, decided that we are entitled to all the country's shit. Especially you rich fuckers. But I'm a Democrat. No one can. Do you know how many people in the Twin Cities had their houses burnt down that were Democrats or their buildings burnt down? Most of them, because most people in Minnesota, Minnesota too, but Minneapolis especially, are Democrats. Do you know where how that fell on the mob's ears? The mob will come for you. They will come for you, and they're not going to give a shit. You got a big old D in front of your house because you got a house and you got nicer shit than they do. And that's how you raise them. So just to let you know, the communists will kill all the rich Democrats, or at least take all your shit. Got 2 super chats. Squishy Plums, $5. Hello all. Hello, Squishy. Couch Marine, $5. The gates of their little bubble community are beginning to fall, and they're finally starting to worry. Too little, too late. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God, the crime. Just a question. If you actually gave a shit about the cities you Democrats run, right? Wouldn't you really stop doing what you're doing now and say, well, we got to make some real changes, and it's not more of other people's money? This is why I think they're like that pussy down in Southside Chicago, the current mayor, the teacher. Wow, more money, huh? Not like get dads back involved. Not like, hey, we're going to get the cops and we're not going to have shootings no more. We're not going to have, no, it's just more money. I wonder if Southside Chicago people are still going to be poor after your term is over. Couch Marine, $5. If they actually had that famous empathy they always talk about, they would have seen the havoc they were waging on the middle class. They would have seen how poor they kept their own voting constituency. Speaking of Chicago, I'll give you a perfect example. Here's what it is. At least this guy was honest about being dishonest. Jesse Jackson, just a race hustler. Jesse Jackson got one black man out of poverty himself. He didn't help a single one. But it's because he didn't care about black people. He just saw them as a means to an end because he happened to have the same skin color, as a means to an end to have a lifelong career of wealth and opulence and avoiding work. And he did. He succeeded masterfully. I think he's very old and suffering some form of dementia. He's not long for this world. But there you go. That's every Democrat politician. I don't care if you say, I wouldn't do that. I just honestly think we just need more money. It doesn't matter. Your policies are that ineffectual. All you do, listen to me. All you do is all welfare serves is to keep people alive longer so they suffer more and they vote Democrat again. That's it. That's the only point. It's to reinforce bad behaviors. It's enabling. It's to keep people alive and miserable in poverty and to keep them voting Democrat another election. That is not helping poor people. You want to help poor people, you would stop donating money to the fucking Democrat Party or the ACLU or the ADL or any one of these leftist organizations, and you'd start creating either programming boot camps or trades schools, or I don't know if you're running a corporation, maybe get rid of your fucking ridiculous college education requirements, start training programs. Whoa! Might that help the poor people? No, we're going to scream bloody murder because we can't use EBT cards to buy sugary soda snacks anymore. Couch Marine, $5. I guess the middle class was too white. Oh, well, that's another thing. We could talk about that whole divide and conquer and all that other shit. Calls will crack in $2. They made a male version of the T-app T on her. Yeah, I saw that. That's not right either. It's kind of funny they did that. I don't think guys are really going to care. I think guys are like, no, we're out of this. I think guys will let you know. I think the thing you should be able to rate, what's her flake rate? Did she show up to a date? That's it. That's all you need to know. What's the flake rate? She got to okay, no, I don't even know where she lives. I don't know who she's banging. I don't know who she's married to. Does she show up? She doesn't. All right, cool. So there you go. Just a message for all of our friendly neighborhood rich Democrats, especially you, Dean. They're going to come after you. Oh, and Mark Dayton, the trust fund baby of Target. They're definitely going to claim, well, I have it in a trust. They are going to take it. Your little creations are going to take your money there, Mark. Oh, and he's got kids, of course. He's got kids. All right. See you guys later, Toodles.